Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. So for us to discuss about the Advanced Database Administration Incremental Backup, please let us all welcome Miss Cristel. Go ahead, Madam.
Ay, thank you po, sir. So, good morning po. So, my topic for today is for incremental backup for advanced database administration. So, first po, it is, what is incremental backup? So, an incremental backup is a backup type that only copies data that has been changed or created since the previous backup activity was conducted. So, sa incremental backup approach po is used when the amount of data that has to be protected is too voluminous to do backup of that data every day. So, by only backing up the po, change data, incremental backups save restore time and this space. So, incremental backup po is a common method for cloud backup uh, as it tends to use fewer resources. So how is incremental backup works? So an incremental backup scenario requires one full backup and then subsequent incremental over a period of time. For example po, if a full backup was performed on Monday, Tuesday's incremental will take a snapshot and back up all new or change files since Monday's backup. However, Wednesday's incremental will only back up files that have changed since Tuesday's incremental backup po, and so on until other backup is performed. Because of the initial backup po may take some time to complete, companies will often execute the full backup over a weekend when the data is less likely to be needed by the business to be able to restore up-to-date data or full copy of the data. Each of the incremental backups that were performed since the last full backup must be applied to that initial full backup. It may take some time to effectively reconstruct a new full backup to use for disaster recovery. But ostensibly, the overall restore process would still be faster and more efficient than trying to do backups only on the daily basis. So here is the common types of incremental backups. There are various types po of incremental backups and different scenarios for updating data or creating new full backups of the data. Some of these variations po is synthetic full backup. So a synthetic full backup po is made by reading the previous full backup and subsequent incremental backups rather than doing other full backup that would require reading and copying the data from the primary storage. This approach helps avoid having to do traditional full backups, generally because the amount of the data to be protected is so great that there would not be enough time to complete a full backup without disrupting the business. Most companies today nga po have such large data stores that full backups are simply unmanageable. Traditionally, backup admins relied on the slice of time between the end of the workday and the following morning when the new workday begins. The backup window to complete all necessary backups. Today po, with so many companies running round-the-clock operation or doing business internationally, the backup windows has effectively disappeared. So next po is File level incremental backup. A file level incremental backs up the data on a simple granular scale and works well with small data sets. When an incremental file is modified or updated, it is sent to a backup repository. So, yun po yung file level incremental backup. Next po is block level incremental backup. A block level incremental is a common form of incremental backup in which the backup software backs up storage blocks that have been written rather than backing up files and folders. The written blocks will contain either new or modified data. Block level backups are more efficient than file level backups because only the changed blocks are backed up as opposed to the software having to back up the entire file. So block level access is some storage systems, notably storage area networks or SAN, access data. So this approach may also provide faster backups. So next po is yung byte level incremental backup. Byte level incremental backups are more even granular than block level incrementals. With a byte level incremental, the file system is monitored for individual bytes that had been changed, and those bytes are backed up on an incremental basis. Because it deals with such small data elements, this approach yields the smallest possible backups. Next po is incremental forever backup, also known as progressive incremental backups. This variation is designed to work on these base backup elements. After an initial copy of the data is made, the software only backs up new and modified data. Because the backup is disk-based, there is no need to create periodic full backups, as an incremental changes can easily be applied to the disk-based full copy. Next po is the reverse incremental backup. A reverse incremental backup methodology is similar to a synthetic full approach. In a reverse incremental scenario, the process begins with the initial full backup, as with all other forms of incremental backups. When the first incremental is created, it is applied to the initial full to produce a new full backup copy. Without altering the original full backup, the next incremental is prepared by capturing the changes against the new full, and then are used to create yet another, more up-to-date full backup. In this manner, a full backup copy will always be available without having to go through the process of applying each incremental separately. Also, this approach makes it possible to revert to an earlier copy if needed to deal with incidents such as virus contamination. So, here is the advantages and disadvantages of incremental backups. The main advantage of incremental backups is that there are fewer daily backup files, allowing for shorter backup windows and lower storage space. The principal advantage naman po is that during a complete restore, the latest full backup and all subsequent incremental backups must be restored, which can take significantly longer than restoring a full backup. Even if only a single file must be restored, the series of incrementals must be applied to ensure that the latest version of the file is being recovered. So, it is also imperative check. So it is also imperative to check each incremental po to make sure it is clean, uncorrupted, and can be restored. If one incremental in a series is corrupted or otherwise unrecoverable, the process of recreating a full backup will be disrupted. This will require effectively abandoning the questionable incrementals and starting over with a new full backups. Many backup apps incorporate some level of virus or malware detection during the backup process, which can help avoid ending up with corrupted incremental copies. And as with all data backup and restore activities, the process will need to be managed and monitored very carefully to track to keep track of when a full or incremental backup was run and where it's stored, which copies of the data are safely stashed at an offsite location. In most cases, the backup software that is used for the incremental backup process will provide detailed log and other tracking information. So, sir, that's all po for incremental backup. Thank you po.
Okay, so to add on with her discussion, do not close, do not close.
Ay, sorry po. Wait lang po.
In today's world, no, data is often the most valuable asset uh, possessed by a business, and any significant data loss incident can have devastating consequences, as illustrated by a large number of high-profile ransomware attacks that had been sweeping the globe and affecting business and organizations of all sizes. Now, choosing the right data backup strategy can be the difference between successful recovery and failure. So, while most modern business back up their data, 1/3 has experienced problem with backup restoration. Your data backup strategy should reflect your needs, of course, your budget, and IT resources. Some backup strategies may look good on maybe on paper, but unless they align with your business, and they may be more trouble than they work. Actually, we have full backup, we have incremental and differential backup. So when we say, based on what Madam mentioned, the full backup is the simplest data backup strategy. It involves a copy of all stored data. Yeah, if you like to create a full backup at the end of each workday, you will need at least 5 times the amount of backup space as you have storage space. The high storage space cost is the biggest disadvantage of full backups. Another major disadvantage is at the long time it takes to create a backup. It doesn't matter how many changes have occurred since the last backup. And a full backup will always include a copy of every stored file, even if all of them have already been included in the previous backup. Actually, disadvantages are somewhat outweighed by fast restore times and excellent reliability. With multiple backups, each backup is usable on its, even though it may not entirely reflect the current state of data. And single everything is stored in a single location. The restoration process is fast and hassle-free. When it comes to incremental backups, no, when dealing with large data sets, it's often unfeasible to always create full backups, right? It makes much more sense to create a single initial full backup and then backup only files that are either new or that have been changed since the last backup. The incremental backup strategy does precisely this. For example, a full backup copy is created on Monday. Tuesday's backup then contains only new or changed data since Monday, and Wednesday backup contains only new or changed data since Tuesday. The resulting backups are much smaller than full backups, of course, and it takes just a short while to create them, depending on how many files there are to backup. On the flip side, the restoration process can be more time-consuming since it's necessary to move from the initial full backup through several incremental backups all the way to the last backup. And this also means that the entire backup chain is only as strong as a weakest link. Regular integrity checks are necessary, and multiple copies of each incremental backup are often stored at different locations. Some backup solutions can consolidate the data from the latest full backup and any subsequent incremental backups into one archive file, creating what is known as an synthetic incremental backup. And this backup method combines the advantages of a full backups with the advantages of incremental backups. Synthetic incremental backups don't take long to create and can be recovered very quickly. When all incremental backups are stored on either a large disk, array, or a tape library, we talk about incremental forever backups. Sabi niya, forever backups. Even though these backups are really just large collection on individual incremental backup, they behave as if they were full backups. When it comes to differential backup, yeah, the incremental forever, sabi ni Raquel. Just like incremental backups, the differential backups also start with a full backup. The difference is that a differential backup always contains all new or modified data since the full backup. A differential backup from Wednesday will contain changes from Tuesday and Wednesday, and a differential backup from Friday will contain changes from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The advantage of differential backup never requires more than 2 backup data sets. The initial full backup and subsequent cumulative backup. This means fast recovery times and fewer backups to manage. The storage space requirements are higher compared to incremental backups, but not as high as with full backups. And of course, in conclusion, no, your backup strategy should reflect your recovery objectives and business needs. Don't forget that it's important also to consider the storage location of your backups. Having all eggs in one basket is a recipe of disaster. Modern cloud backup solutions allow you to easily spread your backup across different geographic regions without any overhead. So that's it. Thank you, Madam Cristel. And good morning, everyone.